Thank you for joining us tonight at 10. A suspect's mental health can play a big role in a criminal case. In fact, as we've seen recently in Tupelo, departments will sometimes request a psychiatric review before making an arrest. Our Quentin Smith digs into what these assessments mean. He joins us live in the studio with more. Quentin.
Yes, Scott, the mental evaluations are usually given whenever a major crime has occurred, such as someone killing a family member, like the recent case we reported on out of Tupelo. These assessments are critical because they could help determine the next step in the investigation.
Ackerman Police Department. Can I help you?
Chief Tim Cook has 20 years of experience in law enforcement. He's seen a lot of things, including instances where a potential suspect needs to be given a mental assessment after an alleged crime.
Normally, if you arrest a person like that and they're just the way they're acting, it seems like they may be off or just from what they tell you.
When that situation happens, investigators call on mental health experts.
Mobile crisis, this is Veronica.
And Veronica Harrison is usually on the receiving end of that phone call.
What we'll do is do a basic mental status exam. We'll talk to the individual, see what's going on, see if there's some underlying issue, if the individual may have already had a mental health diagnosis.
Harrison works with community counseling services and says there are a few things she looks for during these evaluations.
Paranoia, delusions, hysteria, any type of psychosis that would show up in an immediate face-to-face contact.
She says her assessments can take up to an hour. When it's complete, she then sends the report back to the responding agency.
We'll either say this person is okay, go ahead and do whatever you got to do to law enforcement, or we'll say this individual needs further examination. I recommend this individual go to a hospital, be examined by a psychiatrist, and have a lengthy mental status exam.
Harrison and Cook both believe that giving a mental evaluation in the beginning of an investigation is beneficial to both law enforcement and the potential suspect.
Well, it's good on the suspect's behalf, because if something really is wrong with them, then they will go and they'll get the treatment they need there. And
people are in our jails who have mental health issues, but because nobody knew in the beginning, those people are sitting there and it's clogging up the system, it's clogging up the judicial system. They're not getting the help they need, which is unfair to them, and it's unfair to the people who are housing them because they're not equipped to deal with mental health issues.
Now, if it is decided that a person does need to be further evaluated, Chief Tim Cook says that person will stay in custody until the assessment is complete. Harrison says the Mobile Crisis Emergency Response Team is on call 24/7 to administer these mental evaluations whenever they are needed. Scott?